It is the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show, and it's time for our headline segment. This is a segment where we take a look at the what's going to be the headlines in tomorrow morning's paper, and it'll be one of those, all over the place. Newspapers will come out tomorrow, and they'll have headlines of the great plays, the great stuff going on. And Josh Peterson, he is a newspaper guy, and so this is in homage to him. Pito, you get to start it.
I'm thinking in big war type font. Friday Night Thunder joins Instagram.
Is that going to be on the?
That's going to lead it off.
Yeah, and congratulations to Gary Oren. Gary, call us 931-728-1320 to get your tickets, and we'll be here probably until about midnight. So give us a call between now and midnight, and if not, I'm going to have to send you out another number.
And I'm not sure what that sound was that came out before I said that. It was kind of like my voice literally left me.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Anyway, on the real headline front, not that that's not a real headline. It's very important. I'm going to go off the beaten path to start, and then I'm going to try to get back on track. Chance Navarez of Aledo High School in Texas set the national record for consecutive extra points with 134.
134?
134 consecutive extra points.
Let me give you another consecutive headline. Fulton has scored a touchdown on 27 consecutive possessions. 27 possessions they've had. I don't know how many.
Levels.
They won tonight 74-0. I'm just wondering. I guess how do you get 74? Miss 3 extra points out of 11.
How do you not have a possession end on a half? I mean, does that count?
I don't know.
Because I would think a half or end of the game or something would end that. I mean, that's hard on so many levels. I mean, I'm sure people understand. They're listening.
27 consecutive possessions have ended in a touchdown. That's a crazy stat. I think they may be the best team in Tennessee.
Their offensive coordinator needs to find a job somewhere because he's obviously doing it right. I got a job he could get. Speaking of, Coffee County lost tonight. It was not a good night for the Red Raiders, 47-7. But the stat of the night, not that it was a good night for, that's a deserving of a headline, losing 47-7. But I thought this was interesting. 6 turnovers for Coffee County. Tough night for the offense. 5 first downs. So maybe it's the headline for Lincoln County defense. You picked up 6 turnovers and only allowed 5 first downs. I'm not seeing a stat line like that before.
Independence, Vic Wharton of Independence had 2 kickoff returns for touchdown tonight for Independence.
He play tomorrow?
I think he's probably going up there tomorrow. He is a Tennessee commitment, and he's been kind of like the recruiting coordinator for Tennessee. Independence got a win tonight at Dixon County, 49-36, but 2 kickoff returns, and I know he had at least 1 more touchdown. Vic Wharton will be one of the headlines in tomorrow's paper.
Community goes on the road to Moore County and beats the Blue Raiders 34-33. Community, the Vikings go in at 1-6. That's I'm sure the goalpost they may have came down.
I may have. Well, it'd be at Moore County.
It's at Moore County.
Yeah, you want to tear down the visitors' goalpost. All right, Ethan White, the kicker for Ravenwood, hit a 40-yard field goal. It was the only score in the first half. But in overtime, his extra point is blocked, and his extra point was good. Franklin's field goal extra point was blocked.
So the kicking game you're telling me.
So the kicking game for Ravenwood, a 40-yard field goal and an extra point in overtime. Ravenwood 24-23 winners in overtime over Franklin tonight.
Page goes on the road, upsets Cascade tonight in Wartrace, 21-20. Page come in, I think, at 3-4 on the year. Cascade at 6-1. So a couple of local schools, by local I mean my general area, fall by 1 at home.
And I just saw this on Twitter. It's the 3rd year in a row that Franklin and Ravenwood have gone to overtime.
Wow.
That's pretty wild.
Balanced.
Yeah, it is. Lawrence County's quarterback, A.J. Long, had 4 touchdowns, all 4 touchdowns for Lawrence County. Lawrence County wins 28-21 over Tullahoma. Lawrence County's pushed their way to the head of the line. They're now 2-2 in the district. Tullahoma falls to 2-2 in the district. But Lawrence County at 5-3, they have to be there's probably 16, maybe 5 teams for sure that are going to make the playoffs 5 teams maybe make the playoffs in District 8 AAA.
District 8 has been pretty strong for the most part, the top half of it for sure. A lot of teams will get consideration. Not that this was an upset at all, but Union City knocks off number 1 Humboldt. That was one of our key matchups tonight. Number 1 team in the state loses. Anytime that happens, that's probably a headline. 32-26, Union City with the win.
All right, talking about upsets tonight. Memphis East defeated Whitehaven 13-10. Memphis East victorious over Whitehaven tonight. Whitehaven, this is their very first loss to a Memphis team. They've lost in the playoffs to people outside of Memphis. They've lost on the road. I think they lost to a team out of Chicago last year before last. But the first loss since 2010, that 2010 opponent was Ridgeway. But they lose tonight 13-10. First loss to a Memphis team since 2010. Congratulations, Memphis East.
My newspaper's full.
Your newspaper's full?
I'm out of, fresh out of headlines.
My newspaper is going to press, I think, as we speak. So that's going to do it for the headline segment. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank all the folks that called in. Coach Greg Wyatt, Coach Don Thomas, Coach David Marston, Coach Thomas McDaniel, Coach Philip Shad Owens all gave us a shout on the Oak Restaurant Hotline. The Sweet Tea Bakery Hotline, we had Dustin Murray of WMSR. We had Scott Chastain of The Ticket, Michael Hackney of the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, Brian Barrett of WGNS joining us. We'll have those interviews out there on YouTube, and you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We'll keep that updated. Thanks to the fine folks who joined us on Instagram, and a special thanks to Gary Orand. He won the 2 tickets to see the MTSU game. Gary, you need to give us a buzz or shoot me if you follow on Twitter, shoot me a message on Twitter, and I'll follow you, and we can direct message that way. Or you can check us out on Facebook at Friday Night Thunder. He can like us on Facebook and send me a note.
Pretty much anything but snail mail will get the job done.
Yeah, we'll do phone. We'll do all sorts, everything but smoke signals and snail mail. We can take care of it, and we'll get you these tickets. And even if you don't want them, give us a call and we'll get them to somebody else that will use them. Friday Night Thunder is more than just me and Pito. Danny Catalano is our scoreboard producer. He is the man behind the scenes, and he will keep that scoreboard updated for us all night long. Brian Markham, he twists the knobs and turns the dial. The executive producer for Friday Night Thunder is Rob Clutter. Our telephone producer tonight was Hayden Profit. Great job for Hayden. We appreciate the work he does. Pito is my co-host, Josh Peterson. I'm Dennis Weaver. We thank you so much for listening to Friday Night Thunder and putting up with our stupidness tonight. Gosh, not a good show in the postgame, but I think we finished strong. We give us another chance next week. Give us another chance next week. I promise we'll do better. This is Friday Night Thunder.